I am a CIO.
And I need to use technology
to drive change and innovation.
But I can't pull innovation out of empty pockets.
And I'm straddling an expanding gap between the business vision and budget realities.
So I looked into how an enterprise architecture approach can help.
It helps me work smarter to cut costs sooner.
And I can divert money I save to fund innovative new projects and services aligned with business priorities.
In the mid-20th century, legislation resulted in the formation of various federal agencies and programs such as Medicare and Aid for Families with Dependent Children. Under strict guidelines and regulations, very specific software was developed for each program. Each spoke its own language and filled its own need without adequate vision for integration or coordination. For years, information technology, or IT, was about running and controlling data. This mindset persisted into the 1980s, even though information officers repeatedly warned of the need to establish standards so that business processes and the systems that support them could work together instead of independently. Duplication and overinvestment became the norm. Nobody talked to each other, and there was not a holistic solution to complex problems. It wasn't until the 1990s that industry began adopting the enterprise perspective. As the world began preparing for Y2K and potential computer problems, systems were inventoried. Local, state, and federal governments began looking at how to develop relationships with one another. The slow move to common architecture began. Enterprise architecture allows entities of all kinds to paint a big picture of who they are, with whom do they communicate, where they want to go, what resources they'll need to get there, and how those resources will work together and manage ongoing change. Enterprise architecture aids in the management of resources and the elimination of unwanted redundancies, while continually embracing new knowledge and leveraging new opportunities after fully exploiting the past.
Why is it that enterprise architecture should play a role in innovation? Well, as Gene said, you are at the intersection of technology and business. You're already well respected as thought leaders around technology-based innovation, but at the same time, you're moving up the stack now and working more frequently with the business, and I think that was reflected in the data that Gene showed you. So we believe that enterprise architecture is in a unique position to help the enterprise pull the three levers of innovation around talent, environment, and process. And we refer to this as building an innovation culture.